Good afternoon, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago, talking gold futures. Gold hovered around the flat line, finishing slightly lower today. But I want to talk about the price action we saw in gold because there was some decent volatility intraday. Gold started off tracking down toward that 1240 level earlier in the day off of the passage of the U.S. tax plan. Now, gold could certainly lose some buyers short term if and when the tax plan passes. We're getting it through the House as we go into the afternoon, and then the Senate is expected to vote tonight, late afternoon to early evening. We don't know if we'll get the results of those votes tonight, tomorrow morning, but there's not a lot of talk about many obstacles or many individual senators are not going to vote for this thing, so it looks highly likely to pass. That again could take some short-term buyers away from gold. As we got into the start of the day with the optimism, gold fell below 1240, hitting about 1238. Now the dollar strength, which wasn't there, the dollar should strengthen off of the tax plan and really didn't. Now you could look at the tax plan as a potential another version of QE because there'll be more dollars available, but you can also say that activity that is supposedly going to come from the tax plan should generate a more aggressive Fed, so the dollar should strengthen, but it hasn't. So the weaker dollar we've seen over the last couple of days kind of helped push gold a little bit higher in toward the middle of the morning. But then we saw a decided jump toward that unchanged line that I talked about. Again, gold finished slightly lower, but we'll call this unchanged because it was less than 0.25%. That rally came off of the late morning news that a missile from Yemen was headed directly toward the Saudi palace, and the VIX spiked on this. So of course there is this conflict between the Saudi Arabian-backed rebels and the Iranian-backed rebels in Yemen, and Saudi Arabia has a very frontline role in this conflict in Yemen. But the idea that a ballistic missile traveled far enough from Yemen to almost strike the Saudi palace, the Saudi Defense Forces shot the missile down prior to it hitting the Saudi palace, was troubling for markets in general. As I mentioned, the VIX came off of its lows, trading up past 9.5. The lows being 856, that was a couple days ago, November 24th to be exact. We were heading back down toward 9 early in the day, just as gold was coming off. The VIX spiked and gold spiked as well, up toward 1263, again to finish slightly lower on the day. This is Bob Iaccino talking gold futures from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.